Welcome back to Apex Sci-Fi. Advanced civilizations run on logic. They have laws based on common sense, self-preservation, and the assumption that biological entities generally want to stay alive. The Galactic Code of Conduct has worked for 10,000 years because it assumes that no sentient being would voluntarily drink rocket fuel or try to wrestle a carnivorous beast. But the Galactic Empire made a fatal calculation error. They assumed all humans were the same. They didn't know about the unique subspecies found in the swamps of the American South. They didn't know about Florida Man. When the Zorgon fleet abducted Bubba Ray from his backyard in Tallahassee, they thought they were getting a standard test subject. Instead, they got a man who views health and safety regulations not as rules, but as a personal challenge. Today's story is about how one man's weekend bender destroyed the bureaucratic order of a Type 3 civilization. This is the story of the Bubba laws. If you have ever fixed a car engine with duct tape and hope, smash that like button. You are ready for space travel. And if you want to see an alien commander cry because a human tried to deep fry the ship's navigation computer, subscribe and ring the bell. Hold my beer. Watch this. High Commander Xylax stood on the bridge of the Star Destroyer Zenith. He looked exhausted. Report, Xylax sighed. Sir, the lieutenant trembled. The human subject, Bubba, has escaped containment again. How? The cell is made of laser bars. He short-circuited the lasers with a half-eaten burrito, sir. And then he crawled into the ventilation shafts. He says he is looking for the gator. We do not have a gator on board. Xylax screamed. We have a xenomorph alpha predator in Sector 9. Yes, sir. Bubba calls it Princess. He has a saddle. It had been 3 days since the abduction. The Zorgons had expected Bubba to be terrified. They expected him to beg for mercy. Instead, Bubba had treated the alien mothership like a free all-inclusive resort. The first incident occurred in the engine room. The Zorgon warp drive runs on blue matter, a highly volatile radioactive coolant. Bubba saw a glowing blue liquid. His logic was simple. It looks like Gatorade. The engineers found him under the core, siphoning the warp fluid into a plastic cup. Human, the engineers shrieked. That is plasma coolant. It will melt your insides. Nah, Bubba said, taking a sip. Tastes like blueberries. Little spicy though. Needs sugar. Bubba didn't die. Instead, he got a mild buzz and began vibrating at a frequency that disrupted the ship's radar. The aliens had to post a new sign. Rule number 1, do not drink the engine. The second incident was the weaponry modification. Bubba found a plasma rifle in the armory. Most species use it for war. Bubba used it to light a cigarette. It's just a fancy lighter, Bubba explained to the horrified guards as he aimed a weapon capable of vaporizing a tank at his own face to light a Marlboro. Then he got bored. He decided the rifle fired too slowly. He dismantled a nuclear fission battery and taped it to the gun using sticky resin he scraped off the walls. I modded it, Bubba grinned. Now it's fully auto. He test-fired it. He blew a hole through 3 decks, the hull and in passing asteroid. The ship vented atmosphere. Bubba just laughed. Yeehaw. Now that's some firepower. Rule number 2, humans are forbidden from fixing technology. But the final straw was the airlock incident. Bubba was bored. He looked out the window. Nice view, Bubba muttered. Bet it's chilly out there. He put on a spacesuit. But he felt the spacesuit was too constricting. So he cut the sleeves off. He made a sleeveless space vest. He stepped into the airlock with a lawn chair and a 6-pack of stolen synthetic ale. I'm gonna work on my tan, Bubba announced. You will die. Xylax shouted over the intercom. Solar radiation is lethal without shielding. I got sunscreen, Bubba argued, rubbing engine grease on his arms. He opened the airlock. He sat in the vacuum of space in a lawn chair drinking ale. The Zorgon sensors went haywire. Bubba's sheer density and stubbornness seemed to repel the cosmic rays. He floated there for an hour, throwing empty cans at passing satellites. High Commander Xylax called an emergency meeting. The High Council sat in silence. We cannot study him, the chief scientist admitted, weeping. He defies biology. He defies physics. He defies logic. He tried to arm wrestle the autopilot, the lieutenant added. And he won. We must return him, Xylax decided. He is destroying morale. My crew is terrified. They think he is a chaos god. They flew back to Earth. They hovered over Bubba's trailer park. Release him, Xylax ordered. And put up a warning beacon. They beamed Bubba down. He landed on his lawn, holding a stolen alien laser sword. Thanks for the ride, boys. Bubba shouted at the sky. Come back anytime. We'll do a barbecue. The spaceship accelerated to warp 9 instantly, desperate to escape. Inside the ship, Xylax updated the Galactic Codex. He typed furiously. New galactic laws, subsection, Earth. Do not abduct the ones wearing denim shorts. The liquid in the engine is not a beverage. Hold my beer is a declaration of imminent disaster that if a human asks, what does this button do? Stun them immediately. Xylax looked at the list. It wasn't enough. He added one final note to the database. Status of Earth, quarantine.reason, Florida man. This has been Apex Sci-Fi. The universe is a strange place, but nothing is stranger than a man with a mullet and zero fear of death. If you think you could survive on an alien ship just by being annoying, hit that like button. Comment below. What is the first thing you would do if you found an alien laser gun? Be honest. Subscribe. And stay out of the warp core. End transmission.